Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Daniels going to throw to get us started. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. If you get explosive plays, those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, the QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Laube still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Washington first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down, and they go right back to it. Gets it to the 15. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Come on. Panther 60.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Milroe. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
Jade, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
19, Tiger, 19.
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. Connection made to Shaheed. he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Khalid Shaheed, back-to-back plays. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First carry now, this is Bashal Tutin. And those running lanes are closing up fast, aren't they? He's held to just a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready? 60 by 6, 60.
Pistol now for Milroe. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
It's a nickel look from the Commanders. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Trying for it with Milroe. This is caught inside the 15. What a time to rip off that type of game, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Let's get smash, smash. Ready?
Inside give here for Tutin. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Got it. Ready?
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready? Go.
Milroe from the gun. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks finish up their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they...
And the kick is no good. The snap was off the mark, and that leads to a miss hit on the point after. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and... And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? Seven Pirates! Ready?
Out of the gun, Daniels. Caught by the open man. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 7-point lead in the first. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders grow their lead to 8.
Commanders 14, Seahawks 6.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. Ready?
It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 26-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
To throw, here's Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Begins his return at the 16. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to Laube. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Give him 38 on that one. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Running right side by McLaurin. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 14-point game here in the first. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders lead by 15 now.
Commanders 21, Seahawks 6.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Down. Viking 18. Go.
Milroe looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They got 21 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready up.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Get it. Roll.
Hand off to Newton. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Milroe to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 21-6 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
Okay, break.
About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They have 3rd and 4 to start out.
Ready.
To the air, Milroe pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
They're going for this. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Ready. Nice.
On the give, it's Newton. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. And keep Luvu there for the tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On the jump.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Milroe now to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go now. Steady.
Now it's Milroe. In by Arroyo on the right side. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Tackle made by Trey Amos.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Steady.
Now design run. Here's Milroe. He's got it in the red zone. And a stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
14 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Let's go.
From the red zone on first. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Fairly safe to say is that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Milroe. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
70. Here we go. Viking 18.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Bronco 80.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up 2nd down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Panthers 60. Panthers Viking 18. Ready.
Shotgun handoff to Laube. He'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play, and that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Well, look at here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Gain 15 there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Washington first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10.
Let's go now.
Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. New set of downs for him from the 31. To throw again, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It would be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Daniels throwing on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jump. Loose, incomplete.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
So on fourth down, on comes Matt Gay to try the field goal for the Commanders. And this from 48 on the left hash. Gay's kick is good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
It fed to the kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Let go.
Throwing now. Milrow. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On the ready.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Count. Here we go. Count. Hawks ready.
It's a design flipper for Milrow. That run good for a handful as it brings up second down.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Let's go.
From the gun, Milrow. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
70 Timberwolves. Bronco 80.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Brought in inside the 20. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Okay, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back. Viking 18. Cougar 19.
Looking inside the red zone. Finds his running back. This is Bashal Tutu. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
8 yards on the
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Milroe from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there, and just 11 seconds remaining.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Tutu gets it from the gun. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Ready. Let go.
He's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get the chance to make it a one-score game before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
PAT effort coming up. And the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19. Come on. Ready.
We go play action here. It's Milroe. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Milroe looking to throw. Complete right side to Washington. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Milroe throwing on third down. Buys time, rolling right. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Milroe with it on first. Caught on the comeback route. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
First and 10 from the 43.
18, Rattler, 60, Bison, 60, Cup 19, Cup 19. Panther 60, Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Ready.
To the air, Milroe. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Milroe to throw. That's dropped underneath. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Come on.
Off the play fake, Milroe. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10. Throwing it again here. It's taken in by Washington. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All right, 2 yards to go here on third down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive.
Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
It's a design run for Milroe. This gets the first and more. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
They get to the back of his own lead. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that, he's pushed backwards to the 5.
Commanders 24, Seahawks 22.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Dylan Laube on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed to his running back. Free inside the 30. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
70 Timberwolves.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
He's on up here for Daniels. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Commanders push this to an 8-point game. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Gay with the point after. And the Commanders push the lead to 2 scores now.
Commanders 31, Seahawks 22.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Cowboy 80.
Pistol now for Milroe. Has him on a quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 45. Keeps himself upright. He could do it. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Ready up.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready. 19.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Right side, Cowboys in it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Goes to the hurry up here. Daniels now on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready?
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Cowboy 80.
Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders push this to an 8-point game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Tag. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Running from the pistol, it's Tootin. Only working a couple yards past the line. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Okay, ready?
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Get up. 60, 70, 70.
From the gun, Milrow. Finds him over the middle. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
19 Tiger, 19. Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
Getting short, it's Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
First down.
That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Ready? 70, get middle. Bronco 80.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Trey Amos on the stop. It's a loss of 2. Brings up
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
at the 36-yard line.
18, Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Go.
Milrow now to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 60. Panther 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready, ready.
Air it out on third. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense in the hurry up here.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Into traffic. Complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
60 by.
Line up the design keeper. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the Commanders' 42-yard line.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Get up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Get up.
Now it's Milrow. Complete right side to Washington. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
A 3-yard loss.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Milrow. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Seen this plenty. Shaheed has another one. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this.
Ready.
Desperation time here. Throw cut by his running back. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Daniels now. Throw left side's caught by Sinnott. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He set up the screen. Here's Moore. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Shotgun one, snap to Daniels. That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Again, Daniels to the air. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
Good strike downfield to Lane. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
First down, Washington.
They'll run here from the gun. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 16-point lead.
Seahawks 29.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good work so far. He's got room. He's out of bounds to end the return. And Brock, that brings us to our 2-minute warning. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10.
Back up.
Shooting with it. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
79 Broncos.
Milroe with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
Viking 18. Ready.
Milroe looking to throw. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Ready. Chop 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Pistol now for Milroe. score. We are not done here yet. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now it's Milroe in the offense, looking to go for 2.
Let's go now.
All right, they're going to throw for it. This is caught. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion.
Seahawks, 35.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll give to Laube. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Hurt. Right there. Here we go.
Toss to the right side. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he gets the 1st down for the Commanders, and that should get them this victory as well. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Seattle.